They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Bruins ready to kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll try the counter. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's Ncaa to throw. Time to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Caught! He gets it in! Touchdown, Ohio State! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Ncaa to throw. They're all over it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The run inside. It's Knight. Gets away from... It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Could be an alley. Buckeyes! The defense putting points on the board. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. There he goes! He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marked it at the 47.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Iamaleava. Grabbed behind the line. It's Knight. Fighting off the defender. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Bruins are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Quickly out to the tight end. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throwing, Iamaleava. Rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. Second down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. That's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. On the ground with the counter. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Say it. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal at the 1. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Driven back.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Ncaa27. Touchdown, UCLA! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. RPO complete to open the drive. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cross. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes this home crowd as as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to be heard about the noise. And they fail to hook up on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here's Ncaa27 to throw. Snags it. Turning it on. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa27. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Ncaa27 pulls it in. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him and get the 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Ncaa27 knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd down from the gun. Here's Ncaa27. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Ncaa escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here's Ncaa to throw. Out wide right, it's Smith. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Quick give. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Bruins choose to use their final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Throwing, Ncaa. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Ohio State calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Ncaa. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Using his legs, it's Knight. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
2nd and long here. Throws it back. Oh, pressure's coming. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 8 team, the Florida Gators. And it's Georgia locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Ncaa27 makes the grab. Still running at the 40. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly.
And he's got room. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Bruins. That one will give them the lead. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Here's Ncaa27 to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
And no bones about it for this offense. 5 wide receivers, find the space, find the matchup. He identified it. Nice 2-point conversion play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Rid of it on the RPO. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's Ncaa to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Looking to pass. It's Ncaa. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Back to the air. Under pressure. And down he goes. Things working pretty well for this defense. Out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock. Understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
On the return. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Handoff again. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Quarterback will keep it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Knight. Dude, he's already picked up 46 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Tough run here. It's Thomas. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
The give to the back. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking long. Upstairs to make the catch. The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Say it. Going for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Right on target this time. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. It's reverse. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Sayin. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got his man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Nowhere to go.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Big guy tries to barrel in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Knight. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. On the direct snap, it's Knight. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCLA! Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the point after is good. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Ncaa to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. This time it's complete. Gain of 6, they're looking at 3rd and 4. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Cross. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket.
He lets one fly deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Ncaa on the play action. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Throwing, Ncaa. Turns it upfield. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Again, it's Ncaa. Going for 6. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.